Right now, somewhere, a dog is waiting, not sitting by a window by accident, not wandering the house out of boredom, not eating or playing or doing the things dogs do when everything is fine. They are waiting, specifically, deliberately, with their entire nervous system oriented toward one thing, the sound that means you are coming back. What happens to a dog between the moment you leave and the moment you return has been studied by animal behaviorists, neuroscientists, and attachment researchers. And what they found is not what most people expect. Your dog does not simply pause while you are gone. They go through some things, actually. And by the time we reach the end of this list, you will never leave the house the same way again. Stay until behavior number 9. It is the one that broke me when I learned it. Before we go through the 12 behaviors, here is what the science actually says. Researchers have measured cortisol, the stress hormone, in dogs during owner absence. Within 30 minutes of their person leaving, cortisol levels in bonded dogs rise measurably. Their body is physically responding to your absence. But here is what makes this even more significant. The rise in cortisol does not happen when a stranger leaves the house. It does not happen when another household pet leaves. It happens specifically and consistently when their bonded person walks out the door. Your absence triggers a biological response in your dog that nobody else's absence triggers. And while their cortisol is rising, while their stress response is quietly activating, they begin doing 12 very specific things. Let's go through every one. Behavior 1. They go to where your scent is strongest. Within the first 5 minutes of you leaving, most bonded dogs begin moving through the house toward wherever your scent concentration is highest. Your pillow, your side of the couch, the chair you always sit in, the pile of clothes you left on the floor. Researchers have confirmed that the scent of a bonded owner activates the caudate nucleus, the reward and pleasure center of the dog brain, more powerfully than almost any other stimulus tested. They are not going to your spot because it is comfortable. They are going because your smell is the closest thing to you that exists in the room. And being near it, according to their nervous system, is the next best thing to being near you. Behavior 2. They sleep in your spot. This is the behavior that surprised researchers most. Dogs who sleep in their absent owner's spot, on their pillow, on their side of the bed, on their chair, show measurably lower cortisol levels than dogs who sleep elsewhere during owner absence. Your scent is not just comforting to your dog, it is physiologically self-soothing. It literally reduces their biological stress response. They are not being dramatic. They are not being destructive or territorial. They are doing the one thing available to them that makes the missing feel a little more manageable. Behavior 3. They watch the door. Not the window, the door. The specific door you left through. Bonded dogs orient toward the exit point of their person, with remarkable consistency and specificity. Studies tracking dog movement during owner absence show that they return to the departure door repeatedly, sometimes dozens of times, during a single separation event. They are not guarding the door. They are not confused about where you went. They are waiting at the exact spot where you disappeared, because that is the spot where you will come back. Behavior 4. They watch the window. When the door watching doesn't produce results, many bonded dogs move to windows, specifically windows that face the direction you most frequently approach from. Research into dog spatial memory has shown that dogs develop detailed mental maps of their owner's movement patterns. They know which direction your car comes from, which neighbor's house you pass, which sounds precede your arrival. Watching the window is not random. It is a calculated vigil based on everything they have learned about how you come home. Behavior 5. Their eating changes. Reduced appetite during owner absence has been documented across multiple studies of bonded dogs. Some dogs will not eat at all until their person returns. Others eat significantly less than normal. Others eat with the kind of mechanical disinterest that suggests their mind is elsewhere. Food, the most reliable motivator in the animal kingdom, becomes secondary to the absence of you. Think about what it takes to make a dog less interested in food, and then understand that missing you does it. Behavior 6. They carry your things. A sock, a shoe, a piece of clothing, something that belongs to you and smells like you. Dogs who carry their owner's belongings during separation are performing a behavior that attachment researchers describe as object substitution, using a physical representation of their attachment figure to manage the distress of that figure's absence. In simpler terms, they are holding onto a piece of you because they cannot hold onto you, and they will carry it until you come back. Behavior 7. They stop playing. Play requires a certain emotional baseline. A dog who is stressed, anxious, or preoccupied simply does not access it. Studies observing dog behavior during owner absence have found consistent reductions in self-initiated play, with toys, with other pets, with environmental enrichment provided specifically to keep them occupied. Your dog knows the difference between playing with you and playing without you. And for a deeply bonded dog, the second kind simply does not hold the same appeal. Behavior 8. They become more alert to sounds. During owner absence, bonded dogs show increased auditory vigilance. They react to more sounds more quickly, with more sustained attention than they do when their person is home. Every car engine, every footstep in the hallway, every sound that could possibly be the beginning of your return. They are not anxious about the sounds. They are listening for one specific sound, and they are listening with their entire nervous system. Behavior 9. They vocalize differently when alone. Studies using audio recording during owner absence have captured something remarkable. Dogs who appear completely calm and quiet when their owners are home will sometimes vocalize when alone. Soft whines, low rumbling sounds, occasional quiet barks, in a pattern completely different from their normal vocalization. These sounds are not directed at anything in the room. They are directed at the space where you should be. They are calling for you, not loudly, not in distress, just calling. In the small private way a dog calls for the one person who always comes back. Behavior 10. They greet you with everything they have. You have seen this 100 times. The explosion of joy when you walk through the door. The spinning, jumping, whining, full body greeting that makes it impossible to walk 3 steps into your own house. Here is what the research says about that greeting. Its intensity correlates directly with the duration of your absence. The longer you were gone, the more overwhelming the greeting. Not because dogs cannot tell time exactly, but because their stress response accumulated during your absence and your return triggers its complete and immediate release. That greeting is not just happiness, it is relief. It is the cortisol dropping. It is every minute of waiting resolving in the moment you walk through the door. They are not just happy you are back, they are physically recovering from missing you. Behavior 11. They stay closer to you than usual after you return. Notice what your dog does in the hour after you come home from a long absence. They are closer than normal, more physical, more likely to follow every step, more likely to initiate contact, more likely to press themselves against you when they sit near you. This is called reunion behavior, and it has been documented in every securely attached species studied. After a separation event, the attachment system seeks proximity more strongly than baseline to confirm, at a nervous system level, that the separation is truly over. Your dog is not being needy. They are recalibrating, making sure you are real, making sure you are staying. Behavior 12. They sleep differently the night you return. The final behavior on this list is the one almost nobody talks about. On nights following a significant separation event, bonded dogs show altered sleep patterns, more physical contact, more position changes, more waking to confirm proximities. They check on you during the night, not because something is wrong, because something was wrong, you were gone. And even now that you are back, their nervous system has not fully let go of the vigilance that your absence created. They sleep lighter on the nights after you return, closer to you, more frequently checking that you are still there, because you left once, and they remember. So count your number. How many of those 12 does your dog do when you are gone? If your answer is 6 or above, your dog does not just love you in the simple way we talk about love. They experience your absence as a biological event. They track your scent through the house. They watch the door you left through. They call for you in sounds too quiet for neighbors to hear. They sleep in your spot because it is the closest thing to sleeping with you. And when you come back, when that door finally opens and they hear the sound they have been waiting for, their stress hormone drops, their body physically recovers. Not because you brought food, not because you brought anything, because you came back. You always come back. And that, after everything their nervous system went through while you were gone, is the most important thing in their world. If this video made you want to understand your dog even more deeply, to build the kind of bond where coming home feels like this for your dog every single time, I have linked a dog training and behavior guide in the description below. It is called the Dog Trainer Book, and it is what thousands of dog owners across the USA are using right now to build that kind of relationship. The link is right there in the description. I genuinely recommend it. Drop your number in the comments and tell me which behavior surprised you the most. Which one made you look at your dog differently? Which one made you want to go home right now and sit with them? I read every single comment, every one. Share this video with someone who loves their dog, because understanding what your dog goes through when you leave changes everything about how you come back. Subscribe to Bond and Bark for new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. See you in the next one.